I found my fiance's tchionary, a catalog of the women he has slept with, rating them on such metrics as wimp, sanity and cooking, and keeping extensive records on their personal details, interactions and the lies he had told them, plus update. I'm 29, my fiancé is 28, and we have been together for 3 years and engaged for 6 months. Up until now he has appeared as the sweetest, most conscientious man I have ever known. He has been supremely sensitive, doting, romantic and caring toward me to a fault, and I love him with all I've got. However, this weekend we went back to his hometown to visit his parents. I've met them before but never at their home. We stayed in his old room, which his parents have barely changed since he moved out to go to university 10 years ago. When I woke up this morning he was gone. He gets up early most mornings to walk the dogs. I had nothing to do, and I remembered the night before we were talking about his Pokémon card collection, which he said was in a cupboard he pointed out to me. I asked if I could look later and he said sure. So I decided to go and look for it. I open the cupboard, open a drawer, and there it is. A black journal with a white label on it is written in calligraphy cursive, the tchionary. I open it up and what I find appalls me. Dozens of pages relating to entries of his romantic conquests. In it he has written down their birthdays, things they've told him that they like, dream or fear, as well as detailed descriptions of their physical attributes and a checklist of how far they've gone sexually and even dates he had sex with them. And he was seeing a lot of these women at the same time. We're talking 6 or 7 at any given time, sometimes having sex with multiple women in the same day. He also wrote down things he had lied to these women about. All sorts of crazy stuff. Thinks I have a brother. I think I work at a bank. Thinks that I'm an orphan. And other weird shit. As well as more general lies. 5th of July. Told her I was going to the lake with friends. Which was a screen for his infidelity. But worst of all, there is a rating system. Where each one is rated out of 10 by banter, body, brains, cooking, wimp, sanity, like some effed up game of top trumps. Each woman is given an overall rating and put into a ranking. He also has notes at length that are written more like a diary, but I haven't had time to dissect these. I don't even know if I want to. All I do know is that the last entry on any of it is dated in 2009. I have no idea whether this is all part of his past or something that carries on today. And if it is all part of his past, can I really forgive that? If it is all in the past, is it even my place to even be upset? He has told me in the past, when I was saying that I wish we'd met sooner, that I wouldn't have liked him because he was very different. So who knows? But I never thought it would be anything like this. He came back from walking the dogs about an hour ago. I told him I wasn't feeling well and that I'd come downstairs when I was better, and he brought me some water. But now I'm sat here and I have no idea what to do. I don't even know how to broach the subject. I'm afraid of what he might do. I feel like I don't even know him anymore. This is all so insane. I feel sick even thinking about it. Update. So after reading all the comments I decided we needed to talk about it. I sent him a text asking him to come upstairs, which he did. When he came in I had the journal in my hand and I asked him, "What's this?" He visibly cringed. And after a pause said, to the effect of something I thought I had thrown out a long time ago. We spent an hour or so talking about it. He says that the book is part truth, part fiction. He says about half the women in the entries were made up, and while he did cheat on some of his girlfriends when he was 15 or so, none of the more depraved stuff is true. He asked me what my major concerns were. I said that he still held those opinions, and that he was acting like he laid out in the book. He said the book was extreme and not necessarily a true reflection of where he was at the time, but he did have a lot of misogynistic tendencies that he didn't understand were problematic until he got older. He said that he couldn't prove to me what opinions he truly holds, as that's all in his head, but asked me if anything he did or said otherwise suggested that he still holds the opinions he appeared to have then. I answered no, because as I said before, he has always been great. And as for my concerns about his current behavior, he asked what he could do. I said I didn't know. He tried to offer me his phone to let me go through his text/emails. I said no, I don't want to do that either. Which is true, but that he offered really said that there wasn't anything to find, because otherwise why would he say that? We talked some more and I've started to feel better about it. In the end we even joke about it a bit. I asked him how well I would be rated and he said a 9.5, my cooking needs some work. This was meant and received as a joke. I'm a famously bad cook and we both often laugh about it. I asked him what he would do with the book and he said he meant to throw it out when he went to university, so would throw it out now unless I objected. I said no, and he tossed it unceremoniously into the paper bin in his room. Now I'm just doing my morning ablutions 6 hours too late and I'm going to go have a nice day with his folks. But I still think I'll be wary about this for a while and be extra vigilant for further red flags.